When looking for your next perfect vacation, it's easy to overlook a cruise. There are so many cruise lines, ships, and destinations to discover. But what we love about cruising the most is that for one fixed price, you can visit multiple destinations and only need to unpack your bag once. So today, we are sharing with you everything that's included in your Royal Caribbean cruise. No matter the ship or destination, here's everything you need to know. What's going on, everyone? My name is Josh, and we go beyond our backyard experiencing new places, stepping outside our comfort zone, and checking off our bucket list. And whether you're new to cruising or new to Royal Caribbean, we've put together this detailed guide of everything that is covered in your cruise fare, plus what is going to cost extra. If you have any questions at all about Royal Caribbean or cruising in general, make sure to leave them in the comment section below and we will answer them. If you also would like help in planning your next cruise, we offer vacation planning services at no additional cost. Just send us an email or fill out the form below. Like all cruises, your cruise fare covers the cost of your stateroom and daily services by a stateroom attendant. And each ship in the Royal Caribbean fleet will have several different categories to choose from. And these will be the biggest factor in how much your cruise costs overall. On Royal Caribbean, you'll have a choice of inside, which has no windows, ocean view has some type of window, a balcony, and from there, suites. Inside staterooms tend to be the cheapest, and while balconies and suites tend to be the most expensive. On Royal Caribbean cruises, all guests will have breakfast, lunch, dinner, and late night bites included with their cruise fare. In the main dining rooms on Royal Caribbean, you'll experience a rotational multi-course meal for dinner that changes nightly. Royal Caribbean offers 3 types of dining experiences for dinner: anytime dining, early seating, or late seating. With early and late seating, you'll arrive at the dining room the same time each night, and you'll have the same service team as well. And with anytime dining, you'll be able to choose when you want to eat. Maybe the first night it's 5:30, and maybe the second night it's at 7, but you may have a different service team each night. You can request to have the same service team each night that you dine, but it's not guaranteed. The main dining room is typically open for breakfast daily, and lunch on select days, which tend to be sea days. Royal Caribbean also offers casual locations that are complimentary for you to enjoy, like the Solarium Bistro, a buffet that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And depending on the ship, even more places for you to eat. We just came off Oasis of the Seas in January of 2023 and tried their new Mexican fast casual restaurant and found it to be really good. So good that it had a long line every single day it was open. Sorrento's is probably the most talked about pizza joint at sea. Typically open from lunch till about 2 or 3 a.m., you can get some of the best pizza at sea. You can even make special requests, and it's all included in your cruise fare. Each morning you can order breakfast from the cart in your room. From coffee, tea, milk, orange juice, to bagels, toast, cereal, and muffins. The continental spread is great for those looking to have an easy start to their day and avoid the crowds at the buffet. This is something I think many people tend to overlook because they think there's a charge, but there isn't, and it's included. We take advantage of this almost daily on our sailings. Now, continental breakfast in the morning is not the same thing as paid room service, so make sure that you keep that in mind. Royal Caribbean has the largest fleet in the ocean with several different classes of ships and several ships within each class, but rest assured that almost all activities on board are complimentary. We always enjoy game shows and trivia, or depending on the class of the ship, we like to rock climb and ride the waves on the flow rider. Every ship has a gym if you're looking to burn a few extra calories, and some have a sports court for pickleball, dodgeball, and many other activities. All this is included in your original cruise fare. You don't have to pay extra. For those that are most active, the rock wall and flow riders are also included on Royal Caribbean Oasis ships. You can enjoy the Abyss and the Aqua Theater all at no additional cost. But I know what you're asking, what if I have kids? What about them? Not to worry. Royal Caribbean offers kids, tweens, and teens clubs to meet the needs of all their families sailing aboard. And they are also included in the price of your cruise fare. Nightly entertainment on a Royal Caribbean cruise is also included, from Broadway-style shows to comedians and magicians. Typically, there are 2 shows each night to accommodate guests at each dinner time, usually an early and late show. So don't fret, you'll have an opportunity to see the great entertainment that Royal Caribbean has to offer. You'll also find live entertainment at many other locations throughout the ship, featuring musicians and singers to comedians. One of our favorite activities is the silent disco or hush party, and again, it's all included. For us, we typically enjoy dinner early, because like I've said before, we are old souls in young bodies. Then we will head to the theater for a show and then to one of the lounges or other entertainment venues to catch a game show like Match Your Mate. Typically we will enjoy a cocktail or 2, and these will be extra if you don't have a drink package. And this brings us to our first upcharge on Royal Caribbean. Alcohol, soda, specialty teas, and specialty coffees are going to be an additional charge on all ships. However, water, basic teas and coffees, lemonade, and lemon juice are included in your cruise fare. Royal Caribbean offers a drink package that includes everything, which typically runs about $60 to $75 per person per day when purchased in advance and on sale. While that is a lot, it can save you money if utilized properly. And while there is a lot that is included on Royal Caribbean, especially by comparison to its many competitors, there are several upcharges on Royal Caribbean that you should be aware of. The first is gratuities. These help to compensate the crew and cover your stateroom attendant and staff in the main dining room. The charges are per person per day, so the more people in your stateroom, the more these will be. You should know that you can have these charges added to your cruise fare before setting sail, and in a way, it makes it feel more as an all-inclusive package rather than paying extra per day. The current rate for a standard stateroom, this is inside, ocean view, and veranda, is $16 per person, and in the suites, it's $18.50 per person per day. So you can always tip extra if you have great service. What's great about a cruise is that it takes you to many destinations while you only have to unpack your suitcase just once. But unfortunately, those shore excursions that are offered through the cruise line and on shore do come at an additional cost. Each port has a range of different excursions, from cheaper guided walking tours to more expensive and unique experiences. The pricing also may vary at each destination. Most people book excursions directly through the cruise line, as this is the safest way to ensure that you make it back to the ship before it debarks. You can also book excursions with third-party operators for a much cheaper price, but keep in mind, the ship won't wait for you if the excursion runs late. If you're looking to share your exciting experiences with friends back home with social media, it's going to cost you extra. Wi-Fi on Royal Caribbean does cost extra, but it is by far the most reliable and fastest at sea, now that they have begun using Starlink. You can oftentimes find deals on the Royal Caribbean Cruise Planner page for Wi-Fi. We like that it's one price for the whole week and uncapped, where other cruise lines charge you by the minute. We strongly suggest you purchase the Wi-Fi package before boarding, otherwise you'll pay more once on board. If you're looking to have a special night out with a glass of wine and a great meal, you may want to consider dining in one of the many specialty restaurants that Royal Caribbean offers. These restaurants typically charge a flat cover charge that includes appetizer, entree, and dessert. And in many cases, especially if you ask nicely, they will allow you to order additional items. These cover charges can range from as low as $25 to $75 per person. If you have the drink package, most wines, beers, and cocktails will be covered during your meal. These specialty options typically are a steakhouse, Italian, seafood, and Japanese restaurant. Reservations are highly recommended and can be made online through the Royal Caribbean Cruise Planning app before setting sail. One of our favorite all-time restaurants on Royal Caribbean is Jamie Oliver's Italian restaurant, and we would highly suggest that you try it out, and we would definitely suggest that you skip the chef's table if you're thinking about doing that. We just found the chef's table to not really be worth the price based on the atmosphere and what was included. If you're looking to have a massage or want to relax in the thermal suites, this will again cost you extra, and the cost will vary by the service. We don't typically recommend the thermal suites on most Royal Caribbean ships, but if you are looking to take advantage of a special service, check back daily for discounts or deals. We often found that you can ask for 10 to 20% off the service and they will gladly do it. The worst they can say is no, which if you start to walk away, they oftentimes will then do a discount anyways. The casinos on board will cost extra, But there are times when you can get free drinks in the casino if you don't have the drink package and are playing the slot machines. You'll always have to pay extra for things like laundry and photo packages. And that's everything that's included in Royal Caribbean Cruise Line, and what will cost you extra. If you have questions about Royal Caribbean or planning your next cruise, make sure to leave them in the comment section below and we will answer them. And remember that we can help you plan your next Royal Caribbean cruise at no additional cost to you through our travel partner, Gold Gale Getaways. If you're looking for more cruise tips and advice, make sure to subscribe and ring the bell, and we will see you all in the next one.